Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina. We are here to start the second tournament in 2 weekends for the Ladies Professional Racquetball Tour. My name is Tim Baghurst, joined for this match by, I would say local legend, but Atlanta-based legend, Maurice Miller. Maurice, thanks for joining me. Should be a fun tournament, fun matchup here between USA's Lexi York and Guatemala's Gabriela Martinez.
How you doing, everybody? Thanks for the introduction, Tim. Yeah, a little bit local. It is going to be an interesting matchup. Gabby had a good run last tournament, but Lexi's playing very well. Luckily, I get to be on the mic with you, and you can keep me pretty level-headed on it because, I don't play no more.
Did you say you don't play anymore? Come on, Maurice. Let's not say that last weekend I heard chatter about you in Virginia about your Louisiana play. So,
oh, wow.
He carried me was the words I heard. Well, we hope you're enjoying this matchup. We hope you're enjoying the coverage over the last 10 days or so. We've got a busy weekend ahead of us. We're here at the YMCA downtown. Beautiful city is Charlotte. Enjoyed the walk here from our hotel. And while it's very, very warm outside, these air-conditioned courts are cool and fast. Cement courts, all 3 walls cement. And we should see a lot of pacey balls in this match.
Absolutely. Lexi's a power player. Gabby's, go for broke. I'm going to hit the kill shot. Seeing how the two styles will contrast and go. Gabby's a pretty good retriever, though. Lexi up the serve. We'll see what goes.
Good start for Martinez. Well, I know Martinez is not 100% healthy. She told me last night she hasn't been feeling well over the last couple days, and so there were questions, in fact, before the match began. Was Martinez going to be here? Was she going to be able to play? So I'm very thankful she was well enough to get here, and we'll see how she does. But opportunity for York.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's the KT tape on her knee, but starting off early, maybe if her body warms up, she can hold up. But if Lexi does overtake her, it would be a good win for her.
Yeah, Martinez definitely has a knee problem going on, which is, I think, why she elected not to play doubles last weekend, just to save herself. And Martinez played extremely well last weekend, losing to Longoria in 2 very close games in the semifinal. And neutrals may have said she could have had that match. It was very tight.
Listening to you commentating was the best part outside of watching them play.
2 bounce get called on York. 0 serving 1. This facility has 4 very, very nice courts. They just resurfaced, repainted the walls in these courts. Look at that, reverse pinch winner.
I'd had a question for you and completely forgot it. And it was a good one, too.
Generally, we don't say that on the air.
Well,
Let me mute you next time.
It's me. My bad, everybody. Whenever you could, like and share the feed. Share it. Everybody let them know that the round of 16s have started.
That's right. We actually have a full schedule for you today. We're going back to back to back all the way through 6 p.m. I think 5 p.m. is our last match. So if we stay on schedule, that's the plan. I think we may go beyond that. Clean hitting from Martinez. Round of 16s all afternoon, and then we go into the quarterfinals of doubles later this evening. Ambitious from Martinez. A little surprised she didn't let that drop down.
Got a little close on the wall. And I was thinking because, mentoring injury related, will she now focus on being a little less mobile because she's such a retriever and just focus on trying to hit as clean as possible to help save the integrity of the knee as a tournament, or as the match goes on?
Be efficient with her movement, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll see. Last weekend, she was flying all over the court, and I don't know any player on tour who hits the back wall as hard as she does trying to pick up a ball. I mean,
It is a fast court, but it seems like the ball is staying up just a little bit more.
And I think that's in part to the Pen Purple, which is a pretty fast ball. And these cement walls, that should be yeah, it was a second serve. You could see York had her racket raised, saying she wasn't ready. Martinez didn't check and served. It's a fault serve. Well, play continues. Oh, no. Okay. So, avoidable hinder called. So, a good start for York.
Yeah, up 2-0. Calm and collected. I feel like both players still feeling each other out. That's a nice cutoff.
Very difficult shot to execute. York showed you how it's done.
Could this be considered cheating that I get to watch the women play and then go play a match tomorrow so I can learn from them because they're pros?
I don't see how that's cheating.
They're better than me. So I'm getting some information for my opponents.
That's a great shot by Martinez. One thing I have noticed on these courts so far, I officiated one of the 10 a.m. matches. Z serves really bite into the wall.
Okay. I've noticed Lexi's, both of them to the backhand have. Not trying to give as much room for Gabby to hit it.
Shot from Martinez. The other thing I've noticed is that the Nick lobs also grab the wall. And I think probably because it's new paint.
Did mention that. Good pass.
Down the line goes Martinez. Back in this first game. Early still, though. These two have never met on tour. Martinez played her first tournament on tour in 2014 as a 14-year-old.
Wow.
I was looking at some stats thanks to Todd Boss, Pro Racquetball Stats.
Ooh, sharp.
York is 3 years older than Martinez and has played 6 seasons on tour compared to 12 for Martinez. So the experience so much heavier in Martinez's favor. Over 120 matches on tour for Martinez, just over 30 for York.
Good try.
And there was the example of that Z serve really biting and coming back to the middle of the court. If you can get it deep enough, it will be very effective. Naomi Ross earlier defeated Rodriguez and used the low Z, the short Z that goes across very effectively on this court.
It will be interesting to see how the ladies adjust from playing from the facility in Virginia to then coming here. You know, what was working there, will it work here, and then vice versa.
The other thing that I'm very interested in, I suspect we may see some upsets this weekend, simply because some of these women played a lot last weekend. Players who, for example, got to the semis of singles and doubles, that's a lot of time on the court, and then a few days later, here you are doing it again.
You know, as an athlete, do you take a day to, I guess, sharpen just to keep your body warm, or like you're saying, rest until the next tournament to try and stay as fresh as possible?
And I think everybody is different. Everybody will know how much their body hurts, how much they feel they need to recover. So I think there's an advantage for some players. York may be an example of that, where they may come in a little bit fresher than Martinez, who, yes, she didn't play doubles, but played some heavy singles matches.
Like you mentioned, I mean, it was 2 close games, and either player could have had it. Congrats to Longoria for the win. That's a good pass.
York had an opportunity there, couldn't put it away. 3 serving 5. York still leads in game 1. Skip ball. Those are the ones that you want back, Maurice.
Yeah.
All you had to do is hit the front wall.
I mean, Gabby had put her at a disadvantage on the back, but Lexi hit a good shot up front that made, you know, Gabby reach for it.
We're tied at 5. If you're just joining us and checking the scores, Camila Rivero won earlier this morning against Stephanie Seinhorst. 2 straight.
Oh, good hit. Another good hit.
Did it hit? Oh, my goodness. It hit the front wall. But that rally is an example of why Martinez is hard to beat, because balls that will be down against somebody else, not against her. She makes you hit one more.
That's the effort and grit that, you know, is exciting as a spectator to watch, to witness the athleticism and determination.
And as already mentioned, Naomi Ross won against Rodriguez in 2 straight earlier this morning. Those were round of 32s. That's an unforced error from Martinez. York went cross court behind her body. Martinez was right there. Other match going on right now, an all Argentinian affair. Centellas and Mendez. Oh, soft pinch from Martinez. After that, Vargas and Lotz will be on court. Lotz and York had a very good outing last week in doubles, getting to the semifinals, taking out the 2 seeds of Mendez and Laime. But Lotz will have been disappointed by her singles outing, losing to Martinez in 2 comfortable games for Martinez.
Oof, man. Speaking of the doubles team, I think Powell and Samanthas not playing, so that allows for some other double teams to possibly make a run for the title.
That's right, and Vargas and Centellas won the title last weekend, taking out Longoria Salas in the final.
So what, because that one drops? Yeah, teams play different teams that they might not generally run into. That's going to be a fun weekend, like always.
That's clean pass from Martinez. Yeah, one of the interesting things, Herrera and Mejia were the 1 seeds last weekend, but they lost in the semifinals to Longoria and Salas, and so now they find themselves as the 3 seeds.
Because of points? Wow.
Ooh, smart shot from York. Martinez had to get out the way. Yeah, of course it goes down to points from previous tournaments as well, but last week losing in the semis was obviously important. So Laime and Mendez are the 1 seeds. Centellas and Vargas are still the 2 seeds, even though they won last weekend. So Centellas and Vargas may face a rematch between Herrera and Mejia from last weekend.
That's a fun semi.
Yeah, we'll see how it all pans out. No, I should clarify. Vargas and Centellas, it was Longoria Salas who won against Mejia Herrera last weekend. So no Longoria, no Salas in doubles, and that creates a 4th seed of Parilla and Amaya.
You're right.
Amaya.
They did play because I watched that match. I'm trying to remember who did Vargas and Centellas play. I was working.
Vargas and Centellas in the semis, they played York.
That's right, because
York
they won in
and
the
Lotz.
quarters.
That's right. That's right. So 10 seconds is our official. Just a quick recap of what we've got going on today. I have already mentioned the match going on, which is Mendez and Centellas. 1 p.m. we'll have Vargas Lotz. Salas and Laime will be facing off. At 2 p.m. we'll have Mejia and Rivero. I'm really looking forward to that. The young Bolivian Rivero trying to cause an upset against the winner of last weekend, Mejia. And then Lawrence and Amaya. 3 p.m. Herrera Parilla, an all-Mexican affair. And then Naomi Ross will be facing the world number 1 Longoria in our streamed match. Good skip ball from Martinez. It's 7-7.
Pretty tight. I mean, like you said, to never face each other on tour, you figure each other out for most of the first.
That's clean hitting from York.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Oh no, it's a broken ball. That's unfortunate for York.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And York's hanging around here. 13 seed taking on the 4 seed. You would expect a comfortable win for Martinez, but York is keeping this close.
Not saying an indication, particularly for these ladies, but sometimes just game styles and matchups, seeding once you step on the court really doesn't matter who brings it that day and who's executing.
And we'll have a replay on that one. Martinez, you could see, hesitated before she took her swing.
Yeah, and absolutely put her hand up before she made contact.
It's a great shot from York, keeping it low and hard down the line. Martinez hitting the deck, couldn't pull that one up. Martinez, interestingly, wearing a sweater this morning. I'd like to.
I wonder what to call.
Martinez doesn't like it, strides forward knowing it was an avoidable hinder, but Rodriguez says no. Replay. What was your take?
From this angle, couldn't really see. What I would have wanted, though, was Mariper to have her phone for the reel to see Gabby's face when she got the call. Good slice.
Well, a little bit of a bounce that goes to the left. York couldn't pull it up. I guess it was avoidable, Maurice.
Yeah, hey, you know, T, the ball be lying, though. I know we say racquetball justice and the ball doesn't lie. I'm just saying. Maybe it's me, though.
I won't comment on that. That's a smart inside-out forehand that goes to the right side. 8 serving 8.
Interesting enough, too, Gabby and Lexi, like, when they're both serving, have caught each other serving to the right side or to the forehand side. Between the legs.
Ooh, missed it. York missed it. Had the opportunity. Took the ball high. So 2 quick points for Martinez.
They caught the crack, then made her swing like half a second too early.
York elects not to take a timeout. York lost in a tiebreaker last weekend.
I want to say Herrera. Good
Wow,
shot.
Martinez, no hesitation in that. Well done, it was Herrera. And a tiebreaker, 11-1. This time it's York with a little bit of a kiss off the side wall that goes to the front wall and comes back right. 8-11.
She got the spline going on that one.
The spline?
Flat line.
The spline, okay. That's a new one, Maurice. I like it.
Thank you, sir. I can't take credit for it. Got it from my man Shane Carmelin when I was younger.
Ooh, too good for Martinez. Ball came off that back wall from the Z serve just enough. Martinez, backhand pinch winner.
You know, from going close to, what was it, 8-8 at least. You know, Gabby's strung a couple points together. Is it an indication of figuring out, or just, you know, she got a couple points and it's okay?
I think the difference right now is just Martinez executing a few winning shots. York is rallying.
Yeah.
And that's a great example.
She's not hitting it hard. She's just hitting it right.
So timeout on the court taken by York. It's 12 serving out, 8. Back in a minute.
No.
We're back live, everybody. Tim and Maurice. Jay Josie at the controls for this afternoon's matchup now.
Good game. Good serve.
That's just clean 3-shot rally again from Martinez, who, if you're just joining us, hasn't been feeling too well over the last few days, and I think trying to keep points short if she can.
Being so far from what I'm watching, she really is. You know, sometimes as a player to go for broke, high risk, high reward, it just seems like she's just playing controlled.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen one dive, and normally we would see quite a few.
She's definitely focusing on staying on her feet a lot more.
So for York, the key needs to be move Martinez and then take the shot when you have it, put it away. Yes, you may skip 1 or 2, but if you're rolling 4 or 5, Martinez can't get those balls back. Great serve.
She went for it.
She did, and part of me says, well, that was risky, very shoulder high. And part of me says, well, if you'd have gone to the ceiling, Martinez would have shot it.
Yeah. But see, I'm going with what you said. It's like, yeah, move her around because sure, she might get them now, but you're at that point you're going overtime to the next game. Is how does Martinez's knee health hold up?
So ace serve for Martinez brings up game point. 14 serving 8. What a smart shot.
Oh, she got
look.
it. She got it again. Let's go. Good rally.
That's clean from Martinez. So it's 8-8, and just like that, Martinez takes the first 15-8. We're going to take a timeout. We've got 2 minutes. We'll be back to see what York comes up with in game 2. We're back live. Martinez serving at 0-0 game 2. Starts with an ace serve. Beautiful serve to the right side. Martinez. It was 8-8, Maurice, and then all of a sudden it was all Martinez.
Put her foot on the gas and never look back.
So you're in the position of Lexi York. You were definitely in it game 1. What do you do to turn this around?
For me, in the 2 minutes that I get to think what worked, what didn't, what can I use against my opponent? Just dumb the game down and simplify it.
And tremendous hustle from York, but Martinez was the one controlling that rally. Sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
No, you're right. But that's what I was going to say, too. It's like, yeah, the retrieval's great, but you're setting your opponent back up for a setup shot that she can control it. And, you're just playing at a disadvantage. I've got to get I've got to get Martinez not to be as comfortable in the court. She went for it, but free point, but only 2-0. It's a good serve.
Martinez comfortable up in the service box and rips a winner. Continuing where she finished game 1, 4-0. Another 3-shot rally. York struggling with the return of serve at the moment.
Ball's just staying up. So a lot of shots she's not taking aren't bad. They're just staying up. Yeah, it just happens. Just aim a little lower. Good serve.
Right into the right corner, and York is going to take a timeout. First timeout of game 2. Well, if you've never been to this facility here in downtown Charlotte, 4 beautiful courts, used to be 9 courts by my understanding, and talking to our commissioner TJ Bamba, she came here and played as a pro many years ago, so it's wonderful to be back. Yes, not as many courts, but these courts are very well maintained, and this is a really nice facility.
So that's when you take the dark sole shoes and just scuff them all up. No, I'm kidding. But no, surprising. I've come to North Carolina a couple years, but I don't remember ever coming here. Coming through the facility, I don't know. But so far, I mean, it seems like they're taking care of it. Like you said, that they painted the walls. The floor looks good. I don't see any chips or any divots or, inch cracks or anything like that. So hopefully it can play true for the ladies to where, they don't have to think about that while they're playing at the same time.
Well, we can see behind us a number of locals watching on who probably have never seen this level of racquetball in this area, and unless, like I said, they were here some time ago. And it's been great to expose people who walk into the club. It's an upper level, and you can just look over the courts and see, what is this?
And that's where, the exposure for the sport.
All right, here we go. Time in 6-0. And it's all down to this serve, isn't it, Maurice? This serve is causing York problems, setting up the 3rd shot, and this is exactly what Martinez wants.
She's just comfortable putting her where I want. What is she giving me? What's open? Execution.
That's a good shot. Martinez half-heartedly appealed for a replay, but played through it and had plenty of time to take her shot. Side out 0-7. Let's see what York can do here.
So I was going to say, I want to see what did Lexi, in the timeout, what did she cook up? What did she think about? And what is she going to bring in moving forward? Sure, you're down at this point at 0-7. It's 1 point at a time. Double fault.
Wow.
That's fine. Take a deep breath. Next rally.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Ball just kicks out into the corner, from the corner, hits York. Nothing you can do in that situation.
Unless you've got some incredible athleticism.
But Martinez really executing these drive serves well. Another point for Martinez. Guess what? Another 3-shot rally.
She's just putting Lexi in uncomfortable positions. You know, if she's trying to set up, ball's going to come. Ball is at this point coming off the sidewall. Gabby's just setting up, executing.
Another clean shot from Martinez. York hit a good one. Martinez, we talked about her ability to retrieve balls, was able to get that ball back that other players may not. Forced York to hit another.
I do like the 10 seconds Lexi did, though. It just, you know, slow the game down a little bit. That's a good get, but good serve.
11-0. Martinez. 18 points in a row. And it's just not going right at the moment. You could see York just maybe panicked a little, took it high, snapped at it. Timeout from York. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with you here in Charlotte in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Another kill shot from Martinez. 13-0. Coming up next, Vargas and Lotz. We'll see how Vargas does after a long tournament last weekend. Winner in doubles, semifinalist in singles. But another 3-shot rally.
You know, when we talk about the fatigue from last weekend, you know, as a server for Martinez, this is good for her.
Oh, yeah. She's been very, very efficient when she's been in the service box. York hasn't had many opportunities to serve. The other thing interesting to consider as well is many players didn't go home after last weekend, given the travel commitments. And so where did they stay? Did they get court time? How did it affect their routine? Here we go, second serve. So avoidable hinder given. So it ends like that. Martinez claims it. 15-8, 15-0. Maurice. We look at the scoreline, 21 points in a row for Martinez, and really built around her drive serve that worked effectively on all sides.
I mean, as a server, right, for Martinez, great. As a retriever for York, it's like she took her time out. She did everything she could. She raised her racket.
Yep.
You know, just your opponent's on that day. It's just that's what happens sometimes.
Well, congratulations to Martinez. She advances. We, of course, will be waiting for Vargas and Lotz to warm up on the court. We'll be back with you here in Charlotte, North Carolina in just a few minutes. But thanks so much for watching.